Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQ Nostalgia here, and Umbrella Corps just dropped a new trailer, and of course, everybody's losing their fucking mind over it. And I just wanna drop in and piss off some of my subscribers because I'm pretty certain that's what this is gonna do, just like the previous video did. I am not opposed to this. I am a very classic Resident Evil fan. If you don't know anything about me, I've been covering Resident Evil here for years. Okay, I've been with the series since 1996. Since the start. I love Resident Evil. I don't like what it's turned into. I don't like the action games. So this might confuse some of you. I have absolutely no problem with Umbrella Corps. Why do I have no problem with Umbrella Corps? Because it is a spin-off title. That's why I don't have a problem with this game, guys. Another reason why I don't have a problem with this game is because of Capcom's recent track record. Consider this. We got the remake in HD. Everybody fucking loved it. Yes, it's retreading the same old ground. We want our new Resident Evil. I agree with you, okay? I absolutely want another Resident Evil to go back to its roots. Hopefully 7 is going to do that. But then we got the remake of Zero. Okay, awesome. Then they came out and said, hey, guess what? We're listening to you. We're going to be remaking Resident Evil 2 after years of fans wanting that game. It's still, we don't know, it's still kind of iffy. We don't know if they're going to go with the over-the-shoulder crap for Resident Evil 2. I personally don't want to see that. I'm not a big fan of over-the-shoulder. It further confuses people about my stance on this game. But I'm not a really big fan of that. I like the classic style, especially in Resident Evil 2, and I've argued until I've been blue in the face with people on this channel. Resident Evil 2 has no fucking room for over-the-shoulder. Stop fucking asking for it. That game was designed from the ground up to be a claustrophobic experience. You go into first person, you're gonna fucking ruin that. Stay away from that with Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 comes out over the shoulder, I'm gonna fucking riot on this channel. I promise you. But this game, it's a spin-off. Guys, you gotta pick and choose your fucking battles, man. This is not a battle that is worth fighting. If you don't like it, don't fucking like it. You don't have to play it, but it's a spin-off title. If this was Resident Evil 7, I would be up in arms over this. I would be so fucking pissed, and I get it. Everybody's got a bad taste in their mouth from Operation Raccoon Shitty. That was also a spin-off. Not really a big fucking deal. So, not only are they making the games that we're looking for, but it's also a spin-off, so I don't get the frustration. I really don't. When Dead Aim came out, nobody lost their minds over it. When the Wii U shooters came out that were on rail, nobody lost their minds over it. They ended up being pretty fucking decent games from my memory, from what I recollect. Why not just give this game a chance? Seriously, I mean, don't fucking buy it. See what happens. If you're not interested in it outright, that's fine. It's not made for you. Not everything that comes out has to be tailor-made for you. Okay? Seriously. It's a fucking spin-off. And, you know, I remember when Silent Hill came out with Book of Memories. People were losing their minds over that. And if you don't know what that was, it was kind of like a dungeon crawler, like Diablo. It's exactly what it was. But it was set in the Silent Hill universe. I thought that was genius. They're taking two things that I enjoy and they're crossing them. I had no problem with that. If it would have been like Silent Hill 7 or whatever, then I would have had a problem with it. Could this game be a pile of dog shit? I'd say that the chances are not in this game's favor. I'd say that, yeah, there's a high probability this could be a pile of dog shit. Most notably, the character animations I thought haven't been very good, but this latest trailer seems to look like they're starting to finally dial that in. This is an interesting looking competitive shooter. If you're not into competitive shooters, you're not going to like this. I mean, it's pretty much, the way I look at this game is, it's kind of like taking Counter-Strike but putting a new spin on it, or Rainbow Six Siege but putting a new spin on it, with the whole zombie stuff, with the whole fact that you can blast people's zombie jammers, and that could lead to some really cool strategies if you think about it. You know, if you're down and you're losing and you happen to know that you're fucked and it's 3-on-1, but you manage to shoot somebody's zombie jammer, and then all of a sudden you're not alone anymore. You've got the infected on your side. You've got the BOWs on your side. I think that's an interesting concept, and I think we should see where this goes. But this kind of hate, I don't get it. It's a fucking spin-off title. Calm your nipples. This latest trailer, I have to say, it's my favorite out of the trailers that they've released. The one before it looked pretty cool. I mean, the fact that you could go back to the Arctic facility, I believe that was the last trailer, unless there's one I missed, But being able to go back to that facility from Code Veronica, I thought that was pretty cool that they were doing that. They showed that they're going to have some of the stuff from Resident Evil 5, the village from Resident Evil 4. So there's a lot of nostalgic shit here. And I like that. I like the fact that they have these maps. I've played games like Left 4 Dead, for example, where there are fan-created mods where you can go through the RPD. Stuff like that is awesome. I love shit like that. So that's kind of like... It's not really like that, but it kind of is. It's a what-if scenario. What if you had the chance to play in these locations that you loved only as a tactical shooter? What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. One thing that is troubling to me is I'm looking at these maps and they're altered. And that's something to be expected. They're going to alter them to make them more functional for competitive shooters. It's just not, you can't just dump whatever map. You have to have strategic choke points and blah, blah, blah. So there's going to be things that kind of get in there. We already saw that with the Arctic base area that was kind of like, huh? I don't remember that. And then with the RPD, you've got these... looks like barricades are getting behind on ladders in strange places. That's the only thing that kind of throws me off. It's a necessary evil, however, because as I stated, you need those things in a shooter. If you just put the RPD as it was, it's not built for that. It's not built from the ground up to support that kind of gameplay. That and the animations. Every time I see a trailer, it looks like they're dialing it in more and more, so I do have hopes that by the time it comes out, it's not going to look as ass as it does now, because especially when they're crawling on the ground, it looks fucking awful. How hard is it to get some good mocap? That was, you know, the same thing with H-Hour. I mean, obviously H-Hour is an indie endeavor, but how fucking hard is it to put together some mocap? I don't know if it's really expensive, but a AAA dev like Capcom, fix your fucking mocap, fix your animations, they look terrible. But the different game modes look cool. I'm most interested in the single life mode because it's very classic Counter-Strike or SOCOM style, if you will. I like that. I think that it leaves people on the edge of their seat. I always like that. It's one of the things I liked about SOCOM. Now, I do like Respawn games because sometimes you just want to zerg. You just want to keep going. You just want that action. But when you want something a little bit more slow-paced and methodical, maybe you want to slow down, get that strategy going, that's where the one life stuff comes from. And I like the fact that that's in there. That's when I started to get interested in this game, because at first I was like everybody else. I'm like, oh, another fucking shooter. We don't need another shooter. And then I started to really think about it. It's just a spin-off. And with everything they've given us lately, I don't see why we can't give them a pass on a fucking spin-off. Now, in terms of Resident Evil 7, I was going to talk about that. The video is starting a little bit long, and I think that deserves a video of its own. So I'm probably going to bring that out. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Right now, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this game? I'm pretty certain most of you don't like it. I'm pretty certain I'm going to catch a bunch of dislikes for this and maybe even lose some subscribers. But you know what? I'm not one to hop on a bandwagon, and I keep it real. If some of you don't like what I have to say here and I lose you as subscribers, that's unfortunate. You know, the downvotes, I never like to see that. But I'm going to speak my mind and what I truly feel. I'm not just going to fucking cave to popular opinion. That's not what I'm about here. But on the off chance that you actually agreed with me, please remember to leave a like. If you're new here, I ask that you please subscribe. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.